Good morning, everyone. Nostradamus, aka Tom. I am the bomb. A bang a Tom. Um, I almost didn't stream this morning, but I haven't called in sick to work for almost 2 years and like 9 months. I'm a warrior. I'm not like sick. Actually, I should have named the title a ding a ding ding a ding a ding a ding ding a ding 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 a ding a ding ding a ding a ding ding. Market open a ding 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 a ding 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 ding. We'll take a look at the market. We'll take a look at crypto. Probably gonna be a tight 30. Hell, it might be a tight 15 at this point. I woke up late AF, slept like hell. The title should have been three major problems. I have a headache. I'm pretty sure I know why I have a headache. It's something like shit. Oh my goodness. I'm coming in with all this negativity. It's Monday. Monday. Man, it was like 4:15 a.m. I woke up. Normally I would just stay up, but I was super tired. So I went up, did my little tinkle, went back to sleep, and got another hour in. Doesn't feel like I slept at all. What was I gonna say? I don't freaking know. I had a point to make, and I can't remember. I'm too freaking tired. Anyway, it's Monday. I wish I had some motivation. Oh, it was 4 a.m. I woke up, and I'm like, I was tired. Ooh, I was just like, I felt like I hadn't slept at all. I was like, man, thank God it's Sunday morning. I don't have to go to work today. And then like 5 seconds later, I was like, oh shit, it's Monday. It's Monday. Start of that week for me. My motivation is I'm on a holiday, as they would say across the pond next week. Is that what they say? I'm on vacay. I like saying vacay. I even put in my notes, when we put in our timesheets or whatever, I call it vacay. A little cheesy. I love spreading some cheese every now and then. I have no idea what's going on in the markets. I looked at the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's about as boring as it's ever been in its life. I don't expect much to change. I got some thoughts on some major FUDs starting to make its way around the internet. Since sensationalism on YouTube with some of these titles to get you to watch them, it's kind of like huge conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat shit, but it is possible. Some of these things are possible. Definitely something you want to be aware of. I want to talk about that for a minute. All right. Guess let's pop on over to the desktop. Let's see what's going on. Like Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom is got it going on. Stacy's mom. I bang a gong. I bang a tom. Yeah, you can tell I'm extra loopy when I'm tired. All right. The stock market, the Nasdaq's actually up 55 points. I think it was down overnight. I really didn't pay attention. Crude oil under $80 a barrel. Hell yeah, let's freaking go. I can't remember. It did that on Friday, didn't it? I think it went below that. Bitcoin hovering around that 19,000 boring ass level. Gold down another dollar. Gold $1,600. Gold is going to be a little bit of a topic today, actually. We're going to go off the beaten path a little, if I remember. Got some important stuff to talk about. Just to get it out of the way, the two major problems have nothing to do with Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin and there's these keto nuggets at Costco, man. Them things are so addicting. It's chocolate covered quinoa, coconut, and pumpkin seeds. Oh, actually, I ate too much of those last night, and that's probably I almost went into a diabetic coma, and I think that's why I have a headache. So hopefully I ate too much and it made myself sick of it, and I'll never want to eat it again. They call them keto nuggets. It's like, they're keto friendly if you only eat like a very, very like, just a little nibble. Second major problem was a while back. I don't know. I bought like 8 bottles of sriracha. I don't know if you know this, but there's a pepper, whatever they Thai pepper or whatever pepper they use to make sriracha. There's a mass crisis, a mass shortage, um, and sriracha hasn't been on the shelf since. I'm down to like my last 3 bottles. I I don't know what I'm gonna do. I put sriracha. I eat 2 meals a day, lunch and dinner, and sriracha goes on both. Sriracha goes on both. All right. Stock market. Lots of green. Tesla's. I mean, Tesla. Everything. Stock market. All right. Let's just pull up the chart. Actually, I'd like to see what Capo has to say today. Oh, Capo. Said he's asking if there's going to be a stream today. His ass hasn't even shown up yet. Why are you going to get my ass and then not show up, brother? All right, Capo's had a few things to say, it looks like. RSR going, who cares? Expecting a bullish weekend. You got that one wrong. No, I mean, nothing really happened over the weekend. It went more down than it went up. I'm one of the few that didn't promote any coin or exchange during this year. I seen you do at least one post where I think he has a link to who he uses the leverage. I seen him do it at least once last year, so that he's full of shit on that. A lot of people not lose money during the bear market. Maybe. That's probably more right than wrong. Yet you hate comments. People, yeah, of course, people are always gonna talk. I'm glad you got that off your chest. It really isn't gonna do anything. People are assholes. 7 to 10% average pumps on the entire market. After that, 30. You've been saying that since 21 Jump Street, and 21 Jump Street came out in the 80s, brother. I'm unraveling. Exciting content, everyone. I just went off the rails unraveling the little twisty in my headset. I my it's kind of like your penis takes control in certain as a man, you know this. Your penis like it'll wake up and it'll like it's kind of like a divining rod, You might not know what those are. And that's so weird that most people might not know what like divining rods are now that I think about it. It used to be kind of a thing back when I was growing up. I mean, not like you would hear it every day, but it would come up like once a year or something. You'd see some idiot on the news, trying to find water with a divining rod. Well, penis is, like a divining rod. It wakes up. 'Cause it smells a certain, or it. I don't know if you know this, but the penis is the most accurate nose on the planet. They talk about like bloodhounds and different dog breeds having, really good smell. The nose on the penis is crazy. So sometimes like it gets the whiff of the right, just that right scent, and it leads you to the promised land. So I don't know, divining rods, like I don't know what my point was. I really don't. I had a point. It's the second time. I'm too freaking tired. All right. Volatility incoming. Good morning. Let's pump the market. I guess. All right, let's take a look at the crypto charts. Cardano, I didn't look at all at Cardano this weekend. I wonder if any of the Vassal hard fork has anything going on. NYC is back. Oh my goodness, what the hell? Yeah, there's a lot of Russian war stuff going on, man. There's actually a dude in a Discord I'm in. He's from Russia. His just normal uncle. What did he say? Let's see. He's from Russia. He's really bummed out. So his dad and uncle are now forced to go to war, and they're just ordinary people that want nothing to do to war. They're not soldiers. That's the thing. They're not. They're Russia's sending if we send people to war, it's first it's the military. We have like 2 million active people in the. It's them first, and then probably also they send some reserve too. I know for a fact they do because in Desert Storm and shit, people got called up to the reserve. So, but like the last time we had a draft where they sent ordinary people was freaking World War II. Oh wait, that's not true. The Korean War and Vietnam, right? 50s and 70s, I believe, is when those happened. We had a draft back then, late 60s, early 70s. But yeah, man, dude, Russia's polka dot Globanier. I don't know, Globanier in the house. How you doing, brother? You're new to the chat. What about polka dot? Talking about Russian war over here, and you come in just saying polka dot. Um, yeah, I love polka dot. Polka dot's not a crypto I'm buying right now. I think polka dot will be successful. I like polka dot, but it just keeps disappointing, to be honest. It's had its pumps. I bought it like $10, but I didn't sell it at 70, right? So polka dot is not one of the ones I'm looking to buy right now. I I not to rain on anyone, not to shit on anyone's waffles. Again, I like polka dot, and the next bull run might be its claim to fame. But I'm more excited. Like if I didn't have any money in crypto right now, and right now all my money's in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and I want to buy Solana and I want to buy Matic. And I own some Atom too, and I wouldn't mind owning some more Atom. Right now, I've had my moments with Polkadot where I've wanted to buy it, I've wanted to have it, but right now I'm just not excited about Polkadot. I still think it's going to be successful. For me, it just kind of lost its shine. Anyway, let's talk about some other stuff going on in the markets, and then we'll take a look at Cardano. There's been some stuff. I think Stockmo recently, I watched one of his videos. He talked about bank runs. A lot of people, you're hearing a lot of like bank vault run, housing crashes. It's just going to be worse than 2008. Stockmo was talking about some professor at Wharton's that said Jerome Powell's making the biggest mistake in the 100 and whatever year history of the Fed. I touched on this last week. No one knows, dude. Like, it's the brightest minds out there trying to make the best guesses. It's impossible to know. It drives me insane when people make comments like, oh, this crypto is going to do this, or, this stock's going to do that, or when they talk about guarantees, it's just like no one knows. No one knows what's going to happen to the stock market. No one knows what's going to happen to interest rates. No one knows. I will tell you, it's more likely that the economy doesn't collapse. It's more likely that the banks don't, start. Is it likely that within 12 to 15 years that we almost have a collapse of the global economy, and then 15 years later it happens again? I mean, we're greedy enough for it to be possible, but I would say it's unlikely. But the biggest problem is, and Sakmo talked about this a little bit, a lot of banks went under in like 2008 or whatever. they've changed the rules and laws a lot since then. But there are some things to consider. There's a lot of things to consider. Anyway, banks have this thing where, if they start to fail and you have more than $250,000 in there, it's FDIC insured, but it gets complicated. If you have more than $250,000 in the bank, you lose the amount over $250,000. So be aware of something like that. I know a lot of people aren't affected by that, but you have hopes of being. If you're not there now, I don't have more than 250. I have like $5,000 in the bank. All my money's in crypto. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm not saying that's what you should do. That's borderline irresponsible. But putting money into crypto is a way to protect yourself from that. It's a way to protect yourself from that, but going all in like that, it doesn't protect yourself from if crypto fails. And people sit out there and tell you that crypto can't fail. Of course crypto could fail. You for example, you could put all your money into USDC. Oh, I'll just put all my money into USDC, take it off chain. And well, now you have the responsibility of protecting your private keys and making sure that you protect that money. It's not going to be insured. You want to definitely use something like a ledger or a Trezor to protect it. So that's a lot of responsibility. And then on top of all that, you have um you have whatchamacallit. What do they call? Oh, it's gonna come to me in a second. It's ridiculous. I can't think of this right now. You have mm, what do they call? You have oh my goodness. I just now remembered and I felt like such an idiot for taking so long. You have stablecoin risk. What if the United States government comes in and says all stablecoins are illegal? I mean, that's not likely to happen, but some shit can happen, or Circle fails and USDC, or some exploit happens and USDC gets destroyed, or Tether, or this or that. Gold's another interesting way to diversify. I'm personally not excited. Wouldn't be excited to own gold. You have a lot of the same risk for you to buy gold. Like, how do you buy gold? You go out and buy gold stocks, or if there's a collapse in the economy, how well is that going to do you? You can go buy some PaxG, which is a cryptocurrency form of it, and take it offline. We said, what if, who does, you know what I'm saying? So what do? You take out all your cash and put it in a mattress, bury it in the backyard? What if someone sees you bury it in the backyard and, they tunnel in and take that shit? Or, a dog digs it up and your neighbor notices it and takes it, or, like, there's no, I guess the only perfect scenario is put yourself in a position where you don't need cash. Go get yourself a house off the grid, completely solar driven, and live off the land. You own the land outright. You have solar power. Figure out ways to get running water. You just go old school. And that way, when, lots of bullets, because bullets, if the economy collapses, if the economy collapses, I don't know, like it's gonna be like survival of the fittest type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, I don't, I don't know why I'm going off the rails. I like going off the rails on this stuff every now and then. Long story short, if you have more than 250,000 in the bank cash, you might talk to a CPA or something. Figure out some ways to protect that shit. Put it in. You want to make sure you have it in a good bank. I don't know how to look at a bank and know if it's solid or not. I do know, like, if you have your money in a bank that's in like some small like when I grew up, I lived in the small town of Haven, Kansas. They had a bank. I'd imagine that bank still exists. That would be a kind of bank that, population 1,500. That'd be a bank that maybe might not make it. Farmland, a lot of farmland problems, or what? Maybe it didn't make it through the 2008 financial crisis. I have no freaking idea. Compared to something like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, those banks are less likely to go under, I would think. But you got to look at something like Lehman Brothers, so you never know. All right, it is 6:50 a.m. We are at a tight 20. There's been hardly anyone in the stream today. I shouldn't have streamed, to be quite honest, but at least my headache's going away. Let's see if anything's going on with Cardano. ADA all day. Cardano. Cabernet Sauvignon. Is anything going on in Cardano? What is MinSwap? I have some shit going on in MinSwap. MinSwap Dex. I have some yield farming going on there. I haven't checked this shit in a long time. What's new in MinSwap? Flat currency, tokens, auto select ADA handle, improve fix. All right, diamond nuts, farm. I've earned 0.73 ADA and 129 min. And the ADA, that one was a small farm. I got ADA liquid. I've earned 3.4 Cardano and 642 min in that one. And then ADA Pavia, 7 Cardano and 1358 min. That one's paying like crazy. I have no idea what the value of min is. I guess we can go to trade. Min. We'll see how much 100 min is $1.74. Yeah, yield farming like crazy over here. I think I've made like $20 in the last 4 months. Let's pop on over to Liquid Finance. Liquid. See if they have any updates, because they're supposed to be coming online. Liquid is an open source. Mainnet Q2. Well, we're in Q3, bitch. Launch app soon. They're not really updating. It's not. We will be launching the remaining liquidity pools on our deck, Moosely Swap, after the upgrade of Plutus 2. This event will officially after the official upgrade of Plutus well, when's that? This will officially establish us as the only hybrid DEX on Cardano. Not really finding much going on in Cardano over here. I don't know. It's pretty anticlimactic. I'm a little bummed. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's see what's going on. Oh, by the week, I do have training. I don't know, like Thursday and Friday. So there definitely won't be streams on Thursday and Friday. The fact that there's actually who's in the Jonathan in the house. How you doing, brother? This has probably been the slowest stream viewer wise I've ever had in my life. I'm not holding it against anyone. Crypto markets are boring as hell right now. It's hard to stay excited about crypto. It's hard to stay excited about the stock market. Maybe I should just go offline until the bull market comes back. But I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to the craft. All right, Bitcoin 19,200. It's actually pumping a little. Ethereum 1320. Cardano 44.45. Solana pissing me off. $33. Polkadot. Guy came in asking about Polkadot. I didn't tell him. Oh, Harmony One. Still below 2 cents. Adam doing really well. Phantom, who cares? Near, who cares? AVAX. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. You know what I should do? DeFi Kingdoms? I don't even know how. It's been so long since I've been to DeFi Kingdoms. I don't even know how to get there. Oh, they got a UI update. I need to be on. My goodness. Chad Knight in the house. How you doing, brother? Started watching. You finally just started watching Severance. Yeah, it's a good show, brother. It's a good show for sure. You are currently using DeFi. Oh my goodness, look at this. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. 453 crystal balance, 453. I have more pending rewards than locked rewards. Locked rewards don't pay as much now. Interesting. I have 4,000 crystal here and like I don't know, 2,200 crystal on another account. Maybe someday crystal. Can you imagine? I'm not even gonna go down the can you imagine lane. They need to give this reindeer a red nose. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. I have no idea how to use this site now. Like I don't feel like any new place. Nah. Not for me, bro. For me, the play is just patiently wait. Patiently wait to buy. That's all I'm doing. If people were dollar cost averaging right now, I wouldn't hate that. I don't think there's much. I can be wrong. I think you're crazy if you're yield farming, if you're doing things in dexes right now. It's too much work. And most dexes are, the big thing is you got to get in and get out. So if you want to put in the work, I'm not saying you can't make money, but it's a tough gig. For me, it's all about stacking fiat and pulling the trigger at a certain point. All right, 6:59 a.m. We're coming up on that tight. So tight. Matic, 75 cents. Osmosis, $1.21. It's coming down. Quant, actually doing pretty impressive, up to 118. Jonathan, I won't invest till I see Bitcoin to 10 to 12K. I'm sure it will go that down. I'm sure you meant to say that far down. I'm not so sure on that. Yeah, I'm not. I think it could. Chad Knight says you're smoking opium. I think it's possible, but I'm starting to lean more towards it's unlikely unless we're starting, I don't know, we're starting to maybe see seller exhaustion. The problem is there's still some catalysts out there that could cause, more downside movement and this borderline crisis that I talked about earlier in the stream. There's a lot of things that could still happen with housing crashes and shit like that. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The global supply chain crisis. There's a lot of negativity out there. So we're just going to see how it plays out. I'm not excited anything market wise. That's why I'm just stacking fiat and I'm going to be ready to pounce. I'm not even sure if a Fed pivot is going to be the right time. But it's probably going to be the time I'm probably hitching my wagon to going long again when the Fed pivots and I don't know, Capo says it's time maybe. Problem is it's going to take a while. The great financial crisis of 2008 didn't happen overnight. So that shit took a couple years. I don't know. It's definitely a different mindset right now. It's not like the last 14 years or so. You just buy and made money. Uh, it's not going to be like that for a while, most likely. Chad Knight says bull market in 4 years. I don't know, bro. I don't know. They're just crazy predictions, right? You don't know. I don't know. Based on what? Like what makes you be like, oh yeah, the next bull market's not going to be 4 years? Based on what economic factors? Um, a lot of people talk a big game, but they just regurgitate whatever they heard on CNN or bits and pieces from this bro, that bro. Bull in 2024. You're talking about crypto, right? So the prevailing winds say bull market in crypto will start sometime in like 2023, going in to the 2024 halving. But like I've mentioned so many times previously before, Bitcoin's only ever been in a bull market. What if the stock market and all that gets worse and worse and worse? Is Bitcoin gonna go? So Bitcoin might go into a bull market just because supply crunch, but it might be Bitcoin going from 8,000 to 24,000. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be all relative. So until the Fed pivots, no need to do anything. That's my current plan, to be honest. I'm not saying that's a perfect plan. But I'm watching inflation. We didn't look at bonds today. I'm watching bonds. I don't even know did they do a rate hike last week? Did we talk about it? I'm assuming it was 0.75. What was the Fed rate hike today? 0.75. I don't know if that was the Fed rate hike, September 3/4. Yeah. I mean, that's what the market told it to do. What are bonds doing? I didn't even look. Are bonds still going down? Yeah, bonds are down another point. Bonds go down, rates go up. Chad thinks inflation will double peak like the 70s. No, the Fed's being too aggressive for that to happen. So we will all be effed if we just invest when the Fed pivots and then realize inflation is not I mean, that's a possibility. Bottom line is, you know, you buy when people are blood in the streets and all that shit. So there's blood flowing. It's just the trick is, and I say this all the time, I don't know who listens, who doesn't. I know most people don't listen. The trick is to invest money that you threw out the window and check on it in 20 years. Check on it in 10 years. Everyone wants to get rich quick. It takes time. That you might have really good years like 2020, but after that, it's a grind. It's a grind. You got to grind and grind and grind. So buy good shit when it's cheap. Things are cheap right now. They could get a whole hell of a lot cheaper. And if the economy collapses, what's the matter, right? You got real problems anyway. Unless you're one of those, if you want to live like a doomsdayer and put your cash under a mattress, I guess, but cash devalues. I don't know the perfect scenario. Buy gold. Buy gold. You would have bought gold in 2010, you'd be down 25% plus, how much cash is devalued. So you'd be down a lot. I mean, gold hasn't been the play. Is Bitcoin going to be the play? I mean, maybe, but that shit probably ain't going to pan out for decades. I'm saying, I think Bitcoin's going to go up, but is it going to become the world reserve currency and this and that? I mean, the odds are against it. It's not impossible, but so diversify, buy some stock, buy some good stocks, hold on to them, put some money into some, I don't freaking know. Yeah, 2020. For me, it was 2020 and 2021. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, we were yellowing into everything. That's fine, though. That's fine. Right now, we can have fun. Right now, get addicted to saving money. Get addicted to not buying things you don't need. Get addicted to watching your expenses. Get addicted to saving fiat to plow it in when the time is right. That's what I'm doing. It's boring. It's boring as hell, but it's patience. Uh, People, what do you think of Mad Viking games? It's a big risk, though. What the f is that, bro? I don't know. MV Mad Viking. I don't know what that is. That a crypto? If it's a game, I'm not interested in any gameplays, any real dex plays. I might do some shit on Cardano just for the hell of it, but I'm not looking to just to see how well it works. Not necessarily think I'm gonna make money. Mad Viking games. Let's look at this shit. Is a blah 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 blah. Oh, is this a stock? Here, Mad Viking. Oh, in it, it's an NFT. Uses Unreal Engine. It's cheap as hell. Self-reported. Well, 5.45 billion. Max supply 14 billion. Market cap 6 million. Yeah, I agree with Chad Knight. I agree. That's why I'm only focused on a top 5 to 7 coins right now. And I'm looking for the coin to get into, whether it be Cadena, Sui, Aptos, right? I'm looking for that next breakthrough. I mean, it might be too late for Cadena. But for Sui and Aptos, those are interesting or plays that haven't come out yet or gonna come out. And even then, it's just gonna be a small percentage. This has a cool website. I'm not gonna do a deep dive. If you want to do your due diligence, do a deep dive, and if you want to buy a small amount, buy a small amount. Um, be careful. I am not interested in any gaming plays. Period. Alex Becker's your man. Not really. Don't go listen to that guy either. For me, I'm being safe. I'm being as safe as you can in crypto. Buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. I'm really not even buying those because I've already bought them. But I wouldn't hate buying more. I'm just looking to buy Matic and Solana right now. A little bit of diversification. Chad Knight says Ada, Sol, Matic, ETH, AVAX. You said Matic twice. ADA, Sol, ETH. I'm not interested. I disagree on AVAX. And I would swap out AVAX for Atom. Other than that, our lists are pretty much the same. But for me, it's Bitcoin, ADA. AVAX incentivizes so much. I don't hate AVAX. And I mean, I think AVAX could be successful. I think Polkadot could be successful. I just think like it's more on the edge. Like I would put all the other ones you said as much stronger plays. So I would put AVAX at the end of that list. I'm not as excited about AVAX. Subnets don't excite me. Their chain doesn't excite me. Their team doesn't excite me. Jonathan agrees, best to be safe. I will accumulate as much as I can on Polygon, Algo, and BNB. Yeah, I forgot you liked Algorand. I don't have a problem with Algorand. I mean, I don't know much about Algorand, so I wish you the best on that one. I'm not a huge fan of BNB. BNB will probably be successful. I just don't like. I don't like owning, basically, the banks of crypto. BNB is underrated. It just feels it is centralized. It's mad. I mean, most coins are centralized. So even the ones that are the most decentralized have centralized problems because they're owned. Most of it's owned by like top 10 or 20 people. I don't think Binance will get banned. They'll just keep limiting it or whatever. So I don't think Binance is going to get banned. But who knows? I can be wrong. Chad Knight wants to start a crypto company after he graduates. Yeah, man. Start learning some Python and Solidity, even just so you understand it at a basic level. Maybe start with like some JavaScript, some Python, some Solidity. Take some. I don't. What's your major? I mean, I don't know if you've taken any of these classes yet or not, but uh, that's such a tough question. What's your major, bro? Like, you want to have a really good economics. Are you an economics major? So that's good that you have and you talk in here enough to know that I know that you know enough about like finance and stuff. So having a good take on finance and how certain things work. I know you're young though, so a lot of life's experiences come from making mistakes and learning not to make the same one. So learn as much as you can. I mean, you already know a lot about crypto, so just keep learning. You got to come up with a solid plan. Probably come up with a solid business plan, or you're likely to fail. I don't know, bro. You just got to kind of YOLO it. I can tell you, of being an entrepreneur in the past, it's a lot of freaking work. I wish you the best. I'll be there to help. I've considered certain things like that myself, but I don't know. I just kind of want to hit a certain hit a certain bag, a little bag in the back. I can just kind of grind out the rest of my life like nice and peacefully, not have to do a whole lot. All right, we're at a tight 44. I thought this was going to be a tight like 9. Let's get this wrapped up. Stock market, stack. Nasdaq's up 120, strong like bull. E-mini S&P's only up 7. That's kind of weird. We'll just take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, the big players. Bitcoin 19,200. Looked like it was going to pump a little, starting to peter out. Ethereum 1,300. Anyway, I will be back 6:30 a.m. PST. Be there. You're an F and square. Love you all. Peace.